I think if you get over 200 there, you're probably winning the game. But yeah, I think it was similar to the first game. We were probably 30-40 runs short at least. I think in a position we were in, we should have definitely got above 200. But in saying that, I thought the fight that we showed throughout the second innings, I thought the boys never stopped having a crack the whole time. I think we all believed that we were still in the game and we could still win the game, and I think that showed. I thought everyone applied themselves really well in that second innings.
Josh, I want to add something. During the first inning, when Australia was batting, do you think Pakistan bowled really well, or there was some bit of mistakes Australia made in the first inning?
I mean, I think they bowled well, but I think we let them back in the game. I mean, I'll hold my hands up. I'm accountable for that sort of collapse there. I think if I'm batting another 10, 15 overs and just taking the game deeper, I think we get to a good total. But things like run-outs and stuff, they just don't help in your batting innings, especially on wickets like that, that are tough to bat and tough to start your innings. And I think we've seen that in the Pakistan innings as well. As soon as you can get a wicket, you can get on a roll. So, yes, they did bowl well, but I think if we had our time again, we'd like to sort of resurrect a few of those mistakes.
Do you think that when Marnus Bhushan got run out, that was lack of communication, and that was the turning point of the match? And secondly, you feel that winning a toss and batting first was a good decision, because in Pakistani innings it was looking that was a good decision. So how much do you feel that on the board was a secure first innings score?
That's about 4 questions in one. I don't know where to start there. Okay, on Marnus, yeah, it was clearly a lack of communication. Otherwise, there wouldn't have been a run out. I think just the fact that I'd played the ball off the back foot, it took me longer to get going, and Marnus was obviously coming back for 2. So, look, run-outs happen in cricket. They're a part of the game. And in terms of the toss, yeah, I think that T20 series we played here before the World Cup in January, I think, or February. We sort of saw the wickets deteriorate more, and I think we batted second every game in that series, and it felt harder to obviously chase, which isn't usually the case with the dew and stuff, but it felt harder to chase, so we wanted to bat first in these games and put some runs on the board.
How much total you were thinking about that batting first would be the good score on this pitch?
Oh, I mean, I think in the second game, what did we get, 230? And we won by plenty. I think anything over 200 we were okay with. I think if you get over to if you're getting up to 220, 230, that's getting a pretty good score on those wickets.
Yeah, Josh, so in the last match as well and today, we saw you pick up boundaries in the first power play. Was it like intentional that you wanted to accumulate as much runs as possible when the ball was hard on you? And secondly, I wanted to ask that, towards the end of the innings, as innings go deep on such surfaces, what is the best way to score?
To answer your first question, no, we didn't try push too hard in the power play. It almost felt like it was still difficult, even to the pace bowlers. It felt the ball was coming off the wicket at different paces, and I actually think when the ball was harder, it was spinning more and playing more tricks. So it actually felt tougher earlier. And sorry, what was your second question?
How do you score on such surfaces as the match goes deep? With the ball getting soft and all?
Yeah, I think when the ball got soft, it still spun, but it was slower spin and it was more consistent. But then obviously you add reverse swing into the equation towards the end of the innings, so potentially a bit more pace on the ball, there's more opportunities to score there. But yeah, it's tough in those conditions.
Josh, a few of the young players from Australian side performed really well in this series, especially in the unfamiliar conditions. So how encouraging is this for Australian team, especially when you guys are going to Bangladesh for the next series?
What was it, sorry?
A few of the young players performed really well in this series. So how encouraging is this as you guys are going to Bangladesh for the next series?
Yeah, I think it's a great experience for them. I said that to Ollie Peak. Like, this is you don't get harder conditions for an Australian than these, really. It's so foreign to us. It's still tough for me coming back here. It's probably my 4th time in Pakistan. It's still really hard even now. So I just told him just to take it all in. I think a lot of the guys are still learning in these conditions and learning their game plans, how to combat swing, reverse swing, spin, that sort of thing. So yeah, there's a lot of lessons to take. I think there's been a lot of positives from this series throughout the squad, and yeah, it's yeah, we took some good learnings out of it.
Josh, the two of the senior players, Cameron Green and Marnus Labuschagne, didn't perform well as people were expecting in the series. How do you assess them as the senior players in the upcoming series for Bangladesh?
I mean, obviously you always want to score runs, but it's not always the case. I think Green has come from T20 cricket. It's obviously pretty hard, and those conditions aren't easy out there. And when you're playing games every 2 days and you're not sort of in rhythm and you're not in good form at the time, it can be quite tough to get out of. So look, they're both fantastic players, and I'm sure they'll be back scoring runs soon.